I've wanted to hundreds of times. Well, like now, with Dan Myers, I just wish that I could bring everything out and lay it out rationally and discuss it. But you don't let me.
All right. Let's talk.
Okay.
All right. Too late.
I'm going out with Dan Myers tonight. And I will make my decision about Dan Myers tonight. One way or the other.
I'm really impressed, Vanessa. I mean, bad vibes and everything, and you managed to come up with your thief. How do you do it?
Goodbye, Brian.
But I want to know what happens next.
You leave.
Is this Stacy Phillips any relation to Dave Phillips?
She's his daughter, and also, along with Jean Redlin, a reporter at the Chronicle. Although she told me she was fired when she refused to do an expose on me.
Then she couldn't have done anything.
Now, if you would please excuse me.
Gladly. You know, I had an invitation to a party tonight that Stacy Phillips will be at. It's probably not too late to swing by. Yeah, I think I will, and I'll do you a favor. I'll ask her if she's seen whatever it is you're looking for. Shall I do that for you, Vanessa?
Stay out of this, Brian.
But it might be fun.
You're essentially innocent of a lot of things that I could make you look very guilty of. Would you like me to do that, Brian, darling? No? I didn't think so. I suggest you leave this alone, including Stacy Phillips. Good night, Brian.
Well, this has been quite an evening. I don't know when I've been more touched by people expressing their feelings. And not just any people, but the people I care most about. Well, in the spirit of what I hope has been honesty...
It has.
Yes, I'm sure it has. Well, in that same spirit, Terry and I have an announcement to make. There isn't going to be a wedding tomorrow. I'd like to be able to tell you when the wedding will take place, and it will take place eventually, but we just haven't had time to discuss it. Most likely sometimes after the election. I think you also deserve to know why we made this decision, and it has been a mutual decision. We feel that starting a marriage under less than perfect circumstances would be a mistake. Something as important as this, well, requires that each one of us give 100%, and that just isn't possible right now. We apologize for any inconvenience that this may have caused you. Well, thank you all.
Well, I, for one, couldn't be happier. Well, I hated the dress I was going to wear tomorrow. Now I've got 2 more months to find another one.
Hey, if this is a ploy to get another wedding gift, you can forget about it, Dave Phillips.
Thank you very much.
Alex,
Oh, Nancy,
tell me, do you think that Dave was telling the truth?
well, you don't know Dave very well if you think he wasn't.
Well, we have a saying in Domi, truth is only truth as long as you perceive it as such.
Nancy, we tend to see the things we want to see.
Exactly. Tell me, Alex, do you know anything about Domi?
I guess this is a good example of what you were talking about.
Doing God's will, that's all that matters.
Painful, isn't it?
Oh, no, what you have to remember is the good Lord never puts more of a burden on us than we can handle. Terry and Dave are going to be just fine.
Sure you're going to be okay?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go ahead and take my wife.
But,
I think it'd be better.
all right.
Call me.
Not tonight, tomorrow.
I love you.
Good night.
So,
What do I do about all these? Do I open them up or do I send them back?
You're getting married, right? Mom.
Oh, Lori, he was so angry. He said he wasn't. And he even said that he agreed with my decision, but even so...
Hey, is it really a question of how angry he is right now? Isn't it a question of what he feels for you deep inside? Now, you have no doubts about that, do you?
No, I wouldn't. Oh, Lori, he had every right to know about this before tonight. I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he decided not to feel the same way about me. Well, I'm going to have to make a lot of phone calls, and I want people showing up tomorrow.
Hey, I'll make the phone calls. You go to bed.
Do what? Stare at the ceiling?
Mom, I think you're probably much more tired than you even realize.
What I'm tired of is people telling me how I'm feeling.
Hey, you don't need to apologize. Listen, I'll stay here all night if you like, huh?
No, I'll be fine. Besides, I think that Dave may call. I'm hoping that... I don't know what I'm hoping. It was the right thing to do, wasn't it?
Yes.
God TV has always had a passion for television that watches out for you. The God Channel.
Thanks again for driving me home, Gene.
Yeah, anytime. Say, Stacy, is everything all right?
Why do you ask?
Well, I mean, you're a little quiet coming over here, and I just thought maybe because of your father and Terry
Oh, no,
canceling
that's
the
not
work.
it. If anything, let's just say that I can understand.
Well, then what is it? I mean, does it have anything to do with your last session with Vanessa?
Maybe a little.
Yeah? But that's over with now.
Wish I could tell that to Nancy.
And why do you say that?
Oh, Nancy came up to me at the dinner and she tried to recruit me for DOMI.
She did? Oh, boy, that Nancy. She's very persistent. But, Stacy, you really don't have to worry about that anymore. Because you don't have to go back to DOMI or see Vanessa ever again. Ernie, do you know Dave Phillips?
Nope. Can't say as I do. But I know his daughter, Amber. She used to come in here. Why?
Well, Dave and his fiancée just had their rehearsal dinner in the Macintosh room. Dave is like no one I've ever met. Just being with him and his friends was different than anything I've ever experienced. And it wasn't as if everything worked out perfectly. But still, there was all this love and support. I don't know. That hasn't been my experience with women, especially my wife.
Well, maybe you'll get that chance now. But I sort of doubt it.
What do you mean?
Dave.
Hi.
Hi.
May I come in?
Well, yes, of course. If you'd like, I can make some coffee. It'll only take a minute.
No, not now. I just wanted to be close to you.
I've been thinking the same thing about you. Lori just left a little while ago, and she was worried about me.
Yes, I was worried, too. At least when you first decided to postpone the wedding.
I should have let you know how I felt before tonight. I know that, and I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Dave, we have a lot to talk out.
Yes, we do, but not now. Now's the time for us to be together and to know that we love one another.
Oh, Dan, please, can't you wait till we get home?
Ron, take my advice. Don't let what she said get to you.
That's easier said than done, Ernie. Tell me, does she come in here often with that guy?
With Myers? She used to, but for the last couple of weeks, she comes in by herself.
She does?
Yeah, but she doesn't leave alone, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean she leaves with other men?
A few.
How many?
How many? I don't keep count. I don't know, 3 or 4 maybe.
I'm sorry. I've had about enough of this. Take care, Ernie.
Thanks, Vaughn. Hey, come back soon, huh?
Yeah.
If looks could kill.
But they can't. So Vaughn is out of here. Let's forget about him, okay?
Whatever you want, Courtney.
I just want to be.
I was such a fool to treat you the way I did before. I can't... Look, but I don't want you to rush into anything. I want you to take plenty of time to think through everything I said.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary. I've done all the thinking that I have to do. I know what I want. What my father doesn't
Your
think I do.
Your father? What did you tell him about us?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was futile.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't too thrilled with the idea, huh?
Well, what did you expect? But Dan, he can't change my mind.
Courtney, do you think one man is going to be enough for you?
Well, that's a switch.
Well, the only reason I ask is because I know that, lately you've been going out with some other guys,
Yeah, I have been. But that's just a phase. I'm a one-man woman, Dan. And I want that one man to be you.
Well, that is exactly what I wanted to hear.
I'm honest about it, Jean. It's not only Domi I'm upset about.
Then it has to be because the wedding was canceled, right?
Yeah,
And you think it's Terry's fault?
I know it is.
But Stacy, come on. Now, they both made the decision.
Oh, that was the way Dad made it seem, but I know him. He was all set for the wedding.
Well, yeah, that may be true, but still, you really can't blame Terry.
I don't want to, but look what she's done to him. She keeps changing, doing these unexpected things. Remember how she blabbed to Peter about Russ?
No, come on, Stacy. No, that really wasn't her fault.
And she apologized for that, I know it. But they set the wedding date, and then they moved it up, and now she's postponed it. If something was bothering her, why didn't she speak to Dad about it?
I don't know, but I do know Terry Davidson, and I know that the last thing that she'd want to do is hurt your father.
But that's exactly what she's done. Did you see Harold Webster's expression when Dad made that announcement? I know he'd sent out a press release, and now he's going to have to send out another one, and Dad is going to look like a fool. Terry just doesn't realize what's involved.
Stacy, now listen, that might be true. I mean, for right now. You know what I think? I really think what you're doing here is comparing Terry to your mother. Now, wait a minute. I know you said that you weren't going to do that anymore, but that's what I think you're doing.
Jean, this has nothing to do with my mother. Although if my... Never mind.
Now, why don't you try to look at this from Terry's point of view? I mean, you have to take in consideration this is her second marriage and Dave's second marriage as well. I don't think it would be too easy second time around making these kind of decisions.